Okay, what's up, everybody? This is CJ with my custom F3. I'm making this video in response to 2broke029 from CBR and he asked me a few questions about the swing arm linkage. So in my last video, I was had the camera up close to it. So let's take a better look at this swing arm linkage. Okay, I'm gonna try to cover it, get some good angles from top and bottom and let you guys see this swing arm shock mount that my buddy helped me make. It's basically based off the ProLink design, the original CBR 600RR is based off that, and the original VFR design too, because it connects the shock mount in 3 different spots. If you notice, you see here on the top, you see the shock mount on the top, and if you see here on the bottom, it's connected with some plates to the bottom of the shock mount. If you can see that clearly. Okay, I know this tailpipe is in the way, and also it's connected to a third point right there. You see where the I believe that's where the kickstand will go for the European models. That's where the kickstand will go. So it's mounted there on the kickstand. So it's pretty high speed. I mean, the way my buddy designed it, he's a seasoned mechanic. I'm a baby mechanic compared to him, but he's a seasoned mechanic, and he really put some thought into this linkage. And when I get some time, or when I get some funds, I'm gonna take this thing apart and measure everything accurately, and just get good measurements. And what I plan to do is I'm plan to have everything blueprinted by a professional machinist, so that machinist can blueprint the shock mount and all the parts I use, and then we can get those parts listed on the internet. But like I said, funds are low right now, and I'm here in South Korea, and I really don't feel too confident about the mechanics taking my swing arm setup completely apart, because right now I know it's sound and I know it's stable. It's like I put my knee down with this setup, on mountain roads, and it's just smooth with no problems. So I really don't want to compromise my swing arm right now unless I'm back in the States, because man, I tell you, I got a language barrier. I speak a little Korean, but I got a language barrier to get through, when I'm trying to tell these mechanics what I want done. And let's go to the other side of the bike. Okay, over here on the linkage part, some time ago I made a little write-up, and the write-up talked about what tips and tricks to do for the swing arm mount, mounting the swing arm. And if you see here, we have a linkage. All right, this linkage was actually bent out a little bit, and right here, if you look down, this rear set is not flush with the frame because you got this bulge of the swing arm coming out. So what you have to do is you have to make spacers. These spacers are about half inch in length, and you got a spacer on the top, a spacer on the bottom. You got longer hardware, so that this rear set clears this swing arm bulge. And also you got to bend this shock linkage. You got to bend this gear selector linkage out a little bit. Okay, what I did is I used the swing arm from a VFR 750. That's 1994 VFR 750. Now, if you use the other swing arms from the VFR 800 or the VFR 900, you're going to have some problems fitting the swing arm in between the frame, because the problem is the swing arm is just too wide. And a lot of guys, when they use a VFR 800 or 900 swing arm, they actually have to grind the swing arm down a little bit. So to avoid that, I recommend using the VFR 750 swing arm. I use a 1994 VFR 750 swing arm because it pretty much bolts up. I mean, it just pretty much went right in between the frame. And I'm gonna slide the camera in here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but here are the spacers that we made. Now, I don't know if you can see that spacer. That spacer is maybe, let's say maybe 1/8 of an inch, a little over 1/8 of an inch. So we got spacers on both sides, and that centers the swing arm. You know, as long as we're making sure that our chain is lined up properly, that centers, you know, the swing arm. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You know, you got the, you know, custom shock mount. You had to make sure, you know, you got your spacers. Make sure, you know, you use the, you know, spacers on the other side of the rear set. Bend the gear selector linkage out a little bit, you know, to clear that VFR bulge. Then that's pretty much it. I had one more thing to talk about, but I can't remember. But if you guys got any questions, just hit me up. And like I said, once I get my funds together, you know, I'm gonna tear this thing down. It's like, you know, I live in an apartment, so I really don't have no place to tear my bike down like I would if I was back in the States. So, you know, I really can't tear it down right now. But I hope this video was helpful to you guys. And if you guys got any questions, just hit me up through YouTube, or you can find me on CBR forum. And I think that's pretty much it. Alright, let's get one more look at this swing arm, shock mount. Yep. Let's go under the bike. As you see. Okay guys, I gotta go. Peace.